is numbered among the children of God.
How are these chosen people? Read.
And his lot is among the saints.
That's right, go ahead.
Therefore, have we erred from the way of truth.
It's going to be at that time when who you call Christ comes to this earth to save the chosen people of God, they're going to realize we messed up. We should have never did what we did. Who got the sign? Hand me that sign at the end real quick. They're going to realize we should have never did none of this.
Right.
They shouldn't have beat Emmett Till the way they beat Emmett Till. They shouldn't have hung and enslaved all these brothers and sisters, right? They're going to get it at that time, right? They're not going to get it a second before. Don't expect them to get it before then. They're not going to get it. Go ahead.
And the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us.
They're going to realize they never knew the true path of God. They never understood it, right? Go ahead.
And the sun of righteousness rose not upon us.
That's on that. Let's go back to verse 4.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8 and verse 51. For they be thy people and thine inheritance, which thou broughtest forth out of Egypt.
But that's what we got to understand. We are the people of God. We are the people that were brought out of Egypt, the so-called black and Hispanic and Native Indians. You're going to take a look at the Israelites going in Egypt on the wall. They look just like blacks and Hispanics. That's all they look like. One look like a Negro, one look like a Puerto Rican. Who are these people? I know who these people are, the Negro and the Puerto Rican. Right? That's who they are. Go ahead.
From the midst of the furnace of iron.
They got us out of the midst of the furnace of iron. And we are currently in the midst of the furnace of iron now, right? Egypt was that same thing. Why was it? Because of that hard bondage that we served in Egypt. Now people working, brothers and sisters working 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 2 and 3 jobs just to make goddamn ends meet. What sense do that make, right? This is that iron furnace, right? Go ahead. Guess what? Even the brothers and sisters that are off into the entertainment, right? All these brothers and sisters you see on these posters, they do how much, you know how hard they working? They flying, going to different places, doing shows. Oh, that's hard work that they gotta do. All them hours in the studio, that's hard work. What about our brothers that's getting ready to play this game? That's hard work they gotta do to dedicate themselves to get to this moment here. This is the iron furnace, man. And we do all this for what? For somebody else to make more money off what we do than ourselves. Right? That's madness. These people can act like that. That's why, again, like I was just talking about, Meek Mill talking about don't sign to a label. He going all over Twitter, don't sign to it, telling people not to sign to a label. But our mind is, nah, you got to go sign with a label. That's the only way to make it, right? That's what we aiming for, right? Not realizing that somebody else is going to make even more much money off of your work than you. Madness, man. I just seen a sister post. She had a manager come register with ASCAP, and the manager gave herself 50% of all her employees. Gave the actual artist 25% of her own stuff. That's what happens to you in this damn industry. Right? But this is what all our people want to do.
It's right? Society, right?
Well, in this whole, that's just one aspect. The whole society is designed this way, to be exploited, to exploit people. Especially people who have talent, who actually do the hard work. That's the person that's exploited by somebody who can't do it, but can control or can trick the individual that can do it. That's the madness that's going on, right? And it's that dog-eat-dog world that we create, right? But we got to go back to who established this dog-eat-dog world. The ultimate dog-eat-dogs. The people that put us on. When you got a whole society established by people who build it off of stealing the land and the slave-free labor, what are you going to expect people are going to act like? People are looking like, this is what you do. You steal, you use people, right? You get free work done for you. That's the mentality of people, because that's what this whole place is founded upon. If this place was founded upon good, strong morals and true hard working and being good, what this right here, this is talking about the origin of stripping, right? You familiar with the strip club, right? Well, this has an ancient origin of idolatry. It's dealing with the worship of different gods and things of that nature. Definitely good. So I'm glad to meet you, my brother. That's what this is dealing with here. To go all the way back to Egypt, right? You go to the strip clubs, brother? No? Well, that's good. You shouldn't go, because that's a horrible thing where they subjugate and they exploit our sisters. Our sisters is called up all into this madness for the worship of that goddamn dollar bill, right? Our people got to get out of that mindset, right? They're much better than this, but this is showing you that in ancient Egypt, they had strippers. They wore fishnets, lipstick, got tattoos, the same way all these sisters is doing now. yes, Egypt is wrong for a multitude of things, right? What's your ethnicity, brother? Like your family. Where your family come from? African American, the islands, what? Everywhere. What about your father? Your father Jamaican? Okay. So Jamaica, we all the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So ancient Egypt, right? If you're familiar with the 12 tribes of Israel, ancient Egypt had us in slavery going back to that time. The first time as we came to be as a nation, the first people to ever enslave us was ancient Egypt, right? Give me Salaki, give me Leviticus 18 and 3, right? So while we were in Egypt, we learned, just like in America, you're gonna learn about the society where you at, you're gonna begin to follow that society, right? So now we in America, we got Christmas, Thanksgiving, the Super Bowl, it's American stuff, right? Whole bunch of BS, right? So we follow all of that, right? You see what I'm saying? But we only do that, why? Because we're here. So when we were in Egypt, we picked up some of the same things, right? So read that.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 3.
Read on.
After the doings of the land of Egypt.
After Egypt, read.
Wherein ye dwelt.
We were in Egypt. When we lived there, right, read.
Shall ye not do.
Shall ye not do. So God said, look, you was in Egypt, you lived there, you was a slave there, but don't do what you saw there. Because what they do over there is madness. This is how they parade their women around, right? They were dealing with incest, they were dealing with homosexuality, they were dealing with worship and all type of madness, right? Don't follow that. You see what I'm saying? In the same way, we gotta look at this place. This is like the new Egypt, right? Give me Revelation 11 and 8, right? It's like a new Egypt. So we're not supposed to follow the ways of this place in that same fashion, right? Just like how this is exalted in this society, or this is exalted in Egypt. To show you all the parallels between America and ancient Egypt, right? Yeah, this Caesar Borgia. See, I tell you know a little something about that Caesar Borgia. Exactly, that Caesar was a fake white Christ, right? We know that Christ is a so-called black man, a man of color, right? So, right, go ahead, read that.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8.
Read on.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Of the great city, read on.
Which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
So this city is going to be spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. It's not literally Sodom and Egypt, but it's that same spirit. That's what we see all over the world. Sodomism, right? Going to homosexuality and all the ways of evil. You look at that dollar bill, what's on that dollar bill? That pyramid, that all seen high. You go to Washington, D.C., what's on that obelisk? The damn, what's the Washington Monument? The obelisk, right? That's from, goddamn Egypt, right? It's like, my brain's got it.
Everybody, you think they really like brought us from over there to here?
Well, some of our people was here, right? Like, well, I wouldn't say most. Some of our people, the tribes, you have the certain tribes, right? The Native Americans, the Seminole Indians, the Cuban, the Puerto Rican, etc. They was already here, right? But then us, like from African Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, we was in West Africa. So then they got us and brought us over here. We all came back together. Give me Jeremiah 15 and 33, right? Then they brought us all together. It was like the reunification. We have been split for a long time. When you read the history, the northern kingdom of Israel, we're talking about damn near 3,000 years ago, it came up over here and settled this land, right? Well, what y'all was called before Jamaicans, they call you Jamaican because they brought you to the place that they call Jamaica. So before that, y'all was in West Africa, right? So you had various tribes in Ghana, like the Fanti tribe and things like that y'all was called. But even if you go past further than that, because the only reason we even went into West Africa, because in 70 AD, we got kicked out of Israel. Right? So we got kicked out of Israel, and then over the course of the century, we migrated across the Sahara, across Africa, and then settled in West Africa, right? So over that course of time, we start calling ourselves different things. We weren't calling ourselves Israelites no more. We was calling ourselves the Fanti, the Igbo, the Iwe. We put on these different names on ourselves. But if we want to go to our original name, the Jamaican is the Israelite or the tribe of Benjamin. Right? If you read in the Bible about, you know about the Apostle Paul? The Apostle Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin, right? So if Paul was on the earth now, they might call him a Jamaican or a Bayesian or a Bahamian or something like that. He'd be from one of them islands, the same way like your forefathers, right? Go ahead, read that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts,
read on.
The children of Israel and the children of Judah.
The children of Israel and Judah. Because what happened is this nation split into two, Israel and Judah, right? But it said the children of Israel and children of Judah, right? Read.
Were oppressed together.
Were oppressed together, right? If you read this Bible, there was not a time when we was oppressed together. We split, we wasn't messing with each other no more. So where we were oppressed together, we were oppressed together here. It's the same place that the Hispanic, the Latino, and the black man is oppressed together. He's in the ghetto. He's working a horrible job. He's doing all these areas. He's getting incarcerated. We the ones that suffer all of that. Where you from? You from Florida?
I'm from New York.
You from New York? Okay, so you already know. Right?
Y'all good, y'all good.
Go to go to the Bronx, go to Harlem. I just came from New York. I was in New York a couple weeks ago, right? Go to any of the places. You go see the Puerto Rican and the Dominican.
You good.
They go to the Jamaican, the Haitian. We all in Elder. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All in one, right? See, that's showing you that we came together. We are oppressed together, right? And watch this read.
And all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go.
They refused to let us go. They ain't let us out of this slavery yet. You see what I'm saying? So they hold us fast. So this is all a part of that biblical prophecy. This is how we know we the people, right? Because everything it says in the Bible about the people is applicable to blacks and Latinos. You understand what I'm saying? What was the point I was at? Give me we went to Revelation 11:8. Sodomy. Oh, back on the Egypt point. Okay, boom. So in dealing with Egypt, right? Not only that, when you deal with the term ghetto, right? The term ghetto. When you look up the etymology of the term ghetto, it means Egypt. That's what the word means. And it's applied, it says it's applied.
How you look that up?
Go to something called Edom Online, right? EdomOnline.com. ETYM, right? And it's an etymology dictionary, right? So you can look at the etymology, the origin of every word. So you look up the word ghetto, it'll tell you it goes back to the word Egypt, and it means the area of the city where the Jews live, right? The area of the city, but we're the ones living in the ghetto. So if it's an area of the city where the Jews live, but we in the ghetto, then who the hell are the Jews? We gotta be the Jews. You see what I'm saying? Give me Revelation 29. We gotta be the true Jews of the Bible. You see what I'm saying? We the ones that fit all the descriptions, right? So go ahead,
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty,
read on.
but thou art rich.
So God said he knows that we work hard, we're in tribulation, we're in poverty, but we're rich. How are you in poverty and still rich? It's in you. There you go. It ain't literal riches, but we're spiritually rich, right? Now read that.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are
The
Jews
blasphemy, that means the lie. The lie of them that say they are Jews, read.
and are not.
And are not the Jews. You see what I'm saying? Like in New York, they had Mayor Doomberg, right? That's a Jew. Right? Doomberg, he ain't in tribulation. He ain't got no poverty. He's oppressing the people with tribulation and poverty. Why ain't he regulating none of the rent? In Brooklyn right now, what borough you from? You from Uptown, right? That's like the last stand. They gentrifying the whole rest of the city, right? They gonna get to the BX, right? But as of right now, the BX, I know it's kind of like the last stronghold or whatever. Brooklyn right now, the rent is going through the goddamn roof.
They doing the same shit in the Bronx.
Okay, they do the same Uptown. Okay.
Slowly, right?
So slowly but surely, right? You know what I'm saying? Of course, because they want that city. But if they were the ones in tribulation and poverty, they wouldn't be able to afford to live there like we can, right? But yet and still, when you go to every borough, you see more and more of these Hasidic Jews, more and more of the other Jews, and less black and Hispanic. We trying to go down south, go to PA.
That's the one with the curly hair.
Yeah, the curly. They're the one the curly hair. They be wearing the hats all black all the time. That's what you call Hasidic Jews.
Oh, okay, so the white one.
Yeah. Well, which there's other Jews too. There are other white Jews that's not Hasidic, but they're the ones that like try to keep it true to their customs. You see what I'm saying? The other ones like, you know, I-97, Rosenberg, Peter Rosenberg. Yeah, I get that sometimes. But you know, Rosenberg, the white boy, right? He's a Jew. You see what I'm saying? But he don't wear all the stuff though. You know what I'm saying? But see, you seeing more and more of them. Like I was just in Brooklyn on Howard and Chauncey. You seeing more and more crackers walking around. You see what I'm saying? All over them. And they walk around without a care in the world, with no fear, because we're not going to even do that to them. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part about it, right? Give me Psalm 73, matter of fact. Psalm 73.
Bring it out.
Right? Because all this stuff go back to this. That's why we believe in the scripture so much, because we can tie everything that's going on now back to this. And this is an old ass book. It's not getting written 2,000 years ago. How is it relevant today? Right? That's how we know that it's something more to it.
It's not getting written 2 years ago.
2,000 years ago.
Oh.
That's when they closed. That's Revelation was written 2,000 years ago, right? That's the last one, about 2,000 years. So if it got written all that long ago, why can we read about it and still make it come to life today? You can't do that with other books that's written that's that damn old to say, oh yeah, look, it's relevant today. Nah, that's an old ass book for a long time ago. But this is relevant then and it's relevant now. Give me that they are not in trouble. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 5.
Read on.
They are not in trouble as other men.
See, it say they are not in trouble as other men. those people that oppress us, they don't have to live the life that we have. That's why I say they're not in trouble as other men. They don't go through what we go through, right, Reed?
Neither are they plagued like other men.
Neither are they plagued. They don't have the same issues, Reed.
Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain.
And because they don't go through what we go through, it makes them more proud. You see what I'm saying? It makes them look like, just get a job there. You know what I'm saying? Reed?
Violence covereth them as a garment.
Now I say violence comes them as a garment. All they do around the whole damn earth is violence. Rape, rob, murder, and kill people, right? Read on.
Verse 7.
Why is that? Because of their pride. Their pride makes them do that. And they're violent by nature. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, give me
You don't think there's never a time when the cause to be violent?
There is time to cause. There's certainly time to cause to be violent, right? The Bible says in Ecclesiastes 3, there's a time to kill and there's a time to let live. So there's a time for all that, you know, because there's a time where we got to defend and protect ourselves, certainly, right? But these people, they live their life on violence. Genesis 27 and like 40. 27 and 40. But see, it was prophesied that they would live by the sword. That's how they would operate. We don't necessarily live by the sword. Some of us may choose to live by the sword. Exactly, brother. And they ain't running around with a sword. They got a gun. They got a missile. They got military power, right? That's what the sword means. So I'm glad you pick up on that, right? 27 and like 40. Yeah, right here. 39 and 40. Go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 39.
Read on.
And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Read on.
And of the dew of heaven from above.
Read on.
And by thy sword,
read.
Shalt thou live.
By thy sword shalt thou live, right? So what you have here is the story of two brothers, Jacob and Esau, right? Matter of fact, hold that, go to Genesis 25, right? So he's talking to the father Isaac is talking to Esau and he's saying, by your sword you shall live, right? That's how you're going to operate, right? So this is how we know who the descendants of Esau are, or the Edomites, because these are the people that live by the sword and have conquered the earth by the sword, right? Now watch this, go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled.
So this is the documentation of the birth of these brothers, right? They were twins, right? Read.
Behold, there were twins in her womb.
Read on.
And the first came out red.
The first came out what?
Red.
Red, right? Read.
All over like an hairy garment.
Read on.
And they called his name Esau.
So Esau came out red. His brothers didn't come out red. They say he came out red. So what babies come out red out of that mother? What race? White baby. See that? So here we have the description now of a white baby coming out. Then we have, go back to 27. It talks about their blessing is to live by the sword. Now the picture is being painted. Oh, I know who the people are. I know who comes out red all over. I know who lives by the sword. Right? Read.
And by the verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother.
And shall serve thy brother, right? Read.
And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that
but
thou...
it said that was going to serve your brother, but then eventually that they were going to get dominion. So they was going to get control and power over the earth, right? Read.
That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Read on.
Verse 41.
That's it on that, right? So it was prophesied that they was going to live by that sword. So this is how we understand that's who they are. That's how they operate. That's all they understand. Like, you know about like NASA, right? For example, NASA. So if you take a look at NASA and what the true purpose of NASA was, people think they want to go to the moon and the Mars and all that. That ain't what NASA's about. NASA was established for the purpose of missile guidance, right? Why? Because of the sword. It's all about the sword. With them, it's all about war. Anything like this quote-unquote space race, it wasn't really no space race. It's an arms race. What's good, my brother? You got any questions? This is all praise to the Most High, right? So it's really an arm race, right? They're really trying to compete with Russia over who's going to have the best technology. Because America changed the game when they did what? They dropped Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? The atom bombs. They burnt them cities to a crisp, right? They changed the game. Everybody knew they couldn't just go mess with America after that, right? So what did Russia do? Russia launched something called Sputnik, right? Matter of fact, give me that he caused fire to come out of heaven through Revelation, right? So Russia launched the Sputnik satellite, right? And during that time in America, you go research that time, you watch movies from that time, that's when they used to have all the Mars invasion movies, right? You familiar with the Mars invasion movies? You go look back like in the 50s. The reason why they had it wasn't about being afraid of Martians coming to the Earth. It was metaphor for Russia. Russia always associated with red because they got the red flag with the hammer and the sickle. That was during the Soviet time. That's their ancient flag. Well, not ancient, but that's their older flag. Now it's like red, white, and blue, but it used to be just red with the hammer and sickle, right? So I'm understanding that all this red planet propaganda was really a metaphor for Russia. So Russia launched the Sputnik, and America thinks it's over. But what Sputnik? Space? You're right, space don't exist, but they still launch satellites. So the satellite don't go into outer space, it goes into what they call LEO, which means low Earth orbit, right? So it's high up there, but it's not in outer space, you're correct. So, what I was saying, so they launched Sputniks, everybody got afraid. Why? Because they just launched Sputnik so they can figure out how to guide a missile up over them. That's all it's about. So America started launching these satellites, and it's all about having these nuclear missiles and being able to launch them, right? The Hebrew Israelites, our group particularly is called SICARRI, right? But the Hebrew Israelites is the bigger overall group. We just one group. There's a lot of groups, right? You live out here in Florida now? Yeah, we gonna be I'm leaving tonight, but I'll be back on Wednesday for the next weekend. We having a huge, it's gonna be Israelites from all over the country that's gonna be coming in. We having a huge event, but we'll be in South Beach on Friday night. Yeah, I know the brothers like like Brother Ben X, Rizza Islam, 19. Those we know them brothers. You know what I mean? What was that? Last year, you took a picture with me. You went there, okay, you were there this year, but yeah. We mess with them brothers, we don't, all our beliefs and teachings aren't exactly the same, but we agree on a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we parallel. I would say so. I would say so. Like a lot of essential stuff is we agree. Like we both acknowledge we both Israelites, right? We both understand we Israelites. The white man is the devil. Things like that we agree on.
You said that this is the first time
we was together oppressed. Since Egypt, it's the first time that we've been oppressed together because we split up. We split up and started functioning as two different people. Give me Ezekiel 37 real quick. I'm gonna tell you this, niggas would be wrong, but niggas wouldn't be smart. It wouldn't be smart, exactly. So it's not, like I explained to people, there's nothing morally wrong with you doing that, but is it the wisest move? Yeah, like Nat Turner, he did what he had to do, but it ended up not working in the end, right? You see what I'm saying? Because he rose up, he started reading the Bible, realized what they was doing was wrong, and rose up against them and had that revolt, but it ended up being successful. So we got to be smart about what we do, right? So it's going to explain. Give me 37, give me 10. Watch this, go ahead.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 10.
Read on.
So I prophesied as he commanded me.
So we're supposed to prophesy like we're doing out here as God commanded us, right? Read.
And the breath came into them, and they lived.
And they lived, right? Read.
And stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
So we come out here to do the preaching part, right? And as a result of us teaching, our people will stand up as an exceeding great army. So we actually are building an army right now, just through teaching and giving brothers the information that's going to change their minds. And then eventually, once enough of us rise up, we're going to stand up as that army. We're not ready to stand up as that army yet, because it's honestly not enough of us yet, right? So a lot of us are thinking, oh, well, why don't we do this now? It ain't time. Right now, it's time for us to change our minds.
What you say to a nigga that you be like, man, God ain't real, that shit good. Why you fuck?
Well, we explained it to him. We explained why. Give me that back in 1 Kings 8, right? We explained why, because the problem is, from going to church, we have a whole misconstrued ideology of God. We think we're supposed to just be like, God, stop, please, and then he just do it. That's never who God is. That's a whole different God. You know what I'm saying? That they made up. That's not how he operates. We gotta come back to the book, because the only reason we need to know about God is from the Bible. So we got to come back to that and see what it say and follow that, right? So give me that, what's that, 46?
It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8 and verse 46.
Read on.
If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not.
If we sin against God, right, read.
And thou be angry with them.
And he's mad at us. He gets mad at us if we sin. He don't just, it's all right. No, he's mad, right, read.
And deliver them to the enemy.
So how he shows us he's mad at us when we sin, he gives us to our enemies, right? Read.
so that they carry them away captive unto the land of the enemy.
See that? So they'll take us to another land and slave us. We did something. You see what I'm saying? So now we got to go back to what we did. Like in West Africa, we were worshiping all different types of gods. In the Americas, the Puerto Rican, the indigenous, the Taino, the Boricua, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the original Puerto Rican. Exactly, right? All that our brothers were doing over here and all that we were doing over there was worshiping all types of gods, and hating each other, going to war with each other. That's why he got mad. So we're looking like, why did you let this happen? We're not looking like, what did we do? See, that's the problem. A lot of times we don't know how to take responsibility. Like, okay, so what was I doing that caused this situation that got me in this predicament? So if we go back, it's because we was committing idolatry. That's the main thing. He asked us to worship him and him alone, right? Not, like in the Catholic Church, I'm going to pray to Mary, and I'm going to go pray to Paul, I'm going to go pray to Peter. Now that's magic. You pray to the Most High in the name of, you're not even praying to Christ. You praying in the name of Christ, but you praying to the Most High, right? So that's what we got to come back to, and come back to the laws of God. Go ahead, man. Okay, here's the thing with voodoo, right? Tribe of Levi is so-called Haitian, right? We were the priests of God, Moses, right? These show you the tribes, right? So these are various African Americans, Haitians, different people from the islands, like Kimbo and Clay or Bahamian. These two sisters, Jamaican, these are Dominican, all these various people, right? To show visually, because a lot of times people get color struck. Like people, you know what I mean? Like, nah, like we got light skin, dark skin, we look all kind of ways as a people. That's it, right? So in understanding that, the so-called Haitian, right, the Levite, God gave us his priesthood, right? So in his priesthood, there's certain abilities. But what happened in voodoo is they've taken that and they've used it negatively, right? But even in voodoo, like the old and original name for voodoo is called Yahweh, right? Yahweh is based upon the name of God, Yahweh, which is really Yahweh. See what I'm saying? It's based on that. Or we call the Most High in voodoo Dambala. Dambala is two Hebrew words. Dam is blood and Allah is God. Put that together, it's the God of blood. Why? Because he requires sacrifice. So in voodoo, they sacrifice blood to God. Allah. You see what I'm saying? So that's what all that goes back to. But we've taken it in the explicit basis. We're not doing it the right. We're taking the gifts God gave to us and we're using it for evil instead of good.
What do you listen like? Nigga, you need to get out of jail.
It's still, even if you use it for good intentions, what you're doing is overall wrong. Instead to get out of jail, we need to seek for everything we do, we just need to repent and seek the Most High. You see what I'm saying? And when you follow his laws, he's gonna get you out of jail. You see what I'm saying? I remember I got locked up doing this. We went to court, that kid, listen, DA was like, well, we ain't touching that. You see what I'm saying? But why would he do that? Because we were doing the right thing. You see what I'm saying? So now it's things like that. And really, in order to get out of these hands, you just need to serve the whole time. It's that simple. Keep his laws, serve them, and have faith. It's that simple. But they never taught us to, see, they taught us to have faith in the church. They never taught us to keep the law for it. They never taught us don't eat pork, don't get tattooed, don't worship other gods. You know what I'm saying? Because he told us not to, right? Give me that Leviticus 19. Now, but you got them already, right? But you didn't know. So it's not on you. You're not in trouble now. You just go, all right, I ain't gonna get another one. You know what I mean? Or you ate pork your whole life. All right, I ain't eat pork. You see what I'm saying? Because we all know you got tats, right? I got tattoos. You know what I mean? But guess what? Once we know better, then we begin to do better. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read that.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the day, nor print any marks upon you.
See that? So we say don't print no marks upon you. So that's why we don't do it. He told us not to do it. We don't do it. You know, that's simple. So these are the type of things that we need to learn. These base level things, and that begins to convert us, right? Like Christ talking about being born again. People think being born again means you get dipped in some water and you all of a sudden a new nigga when you take a shower every day. That don't make you a new person, right? You see what I'm saying? So being born again is really dealing with us renewing our minds and changing our minds and molding into the ways of God.
Go home.
You think they started using black and white design?
Yeah, of course. They use these terms, and these terms don't mean nothing because they're not white and we're not black.
That's
right. They're pink. Hey, they're pink and we're brown. You know what I'm saying? But even that is divisive because it divides black from Latino because we're black and we're Latino. Now we all brown. You know what I'm saying? You got look at you. Anybody can think you're Latino, right? But you're pop from Jamaica, right? Anybody can, right? But you go right. Anybody can think I'm Latino. I'm Haitian. You see what I'm saying? Even though technically we're in Latin America or whatever, but you know they identify us as black. But we really all the same. You see what I'm saying? There's really not no difference. We all been enslaved. We all been conquered. We all been oppressed by the same group of people. There you go. All the damn same. So we all pack the churches, don't we? You know what I mean? We the main people in the churches praying to God, loving God, but we not doing it right. They purposely came and indoctrinated us with information that we're missing. Now we're just praying and we're serving this white Jesus and all that, not realizing all we gotta do is open the book and we can find out, nah, that ain't the way to go. The way to go is to actually keep his laws and believe in what Christ really looks like. You know what I'm saying? And have faith that he came, suffered, died, and was buried and all that for us. Not for everybody, but for us. That's another problem. We believe this love for everybody and hug everybody. But when Christ came, he was very specific on who he came to, right? He came for us. He came to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's it. And we the lost sheep. We the ones that now we black, now we Jamaican, we Haitian, we Puerto Rican. But really, we the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You see what I'm saying? What's your name, King? Mike?
Cross here and try to get
It's on IG right now.
That's probably not a bad
I was gonna ask you before I leave,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
that's not the only book you read. I mean, that's
Well, listen, tap in on the Instagram because it's more important that attest to the information that we're talking about.
yeah. I want to read those type of books. Back if I hit
Yeah, just DM me. Mike, right? All right, brother. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother, Chief Priest Alazar Lawyer, aka the Guerrilla Hebrew, and I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Guerrilla. Go to urbangorilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's URBNGRLA.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another Sicarii business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicari.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.